This is Late Night Health, the radio show and video interview program that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. Hi, I'm Mark Allen. During the next, 10 or 12 minutes, we're going to spend some time with Dr. Greg Celaya, functional medicine specialist, a chiropractor, and nutritionist. He is also going to tell us now and surprise me about our topic. Dr. Celaya, welcome to the show. What are we talking about today?
Mark, it's good to see you today. Hey, so it's going to be your favorite subject. We're going to talk about the hot topic. It's a hot topic right now, celery juice.
Oh, celery juice. Well, I have a thing with green. I like green, but how do I put it? Green smoothies and things, I'm just not a fan.
Well, this is the hot topic right now. And it's, somebody writes a book and next thing you know, everybody and their brother's talking about it. But obviously celery juice has been around for a long time. And it's no different than it ever was. It's just now it's been brought to light by somebody who writes a lot of great books and everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. And so celery juice is great. And it's great for people whose diets may not necessarily be the cleanest. They're the ones that are going to see the most benefit.
So celery, I know, is kind of a detox then, celery juice?
It can be. And so when somebody's looking to start juicing celery, first off, you want to make sure it's organic because you don't want to concentrate the toxins in normal celery, which can be quite substantial. And you may want to start with anywhere between, let's say, 4 ounces to start with, move up to 8, and then eventually 16. And some people have a problem with the taste. I don't have a problem with the taste. And I don't know if you know it, but I do not like celery.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. My wife says, hey, do you want celery with peanut butter on it? No, not interested. But the celery juice, it isn't bad. But
Interesting. Yeah, this is going to sound funny, but there is a celery soda pop that's been around for like 70 years. Dr. Brown's celery.
You know what? I might have tried that. I'm not sure if it made a real lasting image on me.
No.
But the celery juice isn't that bad. It really isn't. And some of the benefits of the celery juice that you wouldn't want to put in a soda pop are some of the antioxidative properties that it has, which you might lose, when you start processing it. I don't want my stuff processed.
Right. We've talked about that a lot. I know that I don't know if you know him, but Dr. Earl Mendel, the author of the Vitamin Bible, has told me for years, if you want to lower your blood pressure, eat 2 to 3 stalks of celery a day and it will drop.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with celery juice, because basically the bottom line is you're getting your potassium, and the celery juice has a lot of potassium in it, and usually people that have a processed food diet are not necessarily getting the 45 to 4,700 milligrams of potassium per day, and celery juice can really give you a lot of that potassium. It has so many different properties, like you mentioned, it can decrease blood pressure. And if you're under adrenal stress, when cortisol increases, you're dumping potassium. And there's so many different other things. And, if you have a problem with celery juice and drinking it, you may want to add a little bit of green apple to help you stomach it. But pretty soon you won't want to necessarily even add the apple. It's really not bad at all.
Wow. Is it sweet? I haven't, or
yes.
Not?
It's not bad. It's pretty easy to take. One of the big benefits is it does help you increase your stomach acid, and which is huge. Huge. Potassium chloride can actually help digest food. And as we start to increase our stomach acid, we've talked so many different times about what it does, but all your sphincters that open and close all the valves in your system, your digestive system, are responsible for the acid. Basically, the acid helps stimulate them. It helps, the increase in acid helps stimulate how you release enzymes and also the ability to digest fat. And your microbiome, which is huge, basically has to have the right amount of food that's digested and acid content, et cetera. So, you can imagine the health implications if your system isn't right, and you're eating a lot of processed food or your diet's not great. celery juice can make a big difference. But then again, eating a lot more veggies can make a big difference too.
Right. Well, celery is a vegetable, is it not?
Well, of course it is. Of course it is. And it's got some great vitamins. You have folate, you've got the B's, you got the C's, you got others, you've got great trace minerals. It can actually decrease oxidative stress, and it can decrease homocysteine levels, which can be implicated with cardiovascular disease. It is anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer properties. So they say it helps prevent angiogenesis, which is how your tumors may increase blood supply so they can grow faster. And another one is it can be a laxative. If
I would think it would be, yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's times where I've drank a big, huge glass of it, and it's like, all right, it's time to go, which is not a bad thing either.
So it is a detox, that kind of a detox, a colon and detox. What about if you juice celery, don't you lose the fiber? And I would think that would be one of the important things that you'd want in your diet, the fiber from the celery.
Yeah, you do. It's a trade-off. So, the fiber in celery is wonderful. And I'm not saying to juice everything. I'm just saying that this is not a bad way to perhaps maybe get started in the morning, to give yourself a shot of some of the nutrients. Of course, it would be great to do a combination of both, juice and eat the food, but you're getting so much more celery concentrate, minerals, nutrients, etc., in a glass of juice than you can eat. Because like for me, I'm not going to eat celery. I'm just not going to do it.
Hold up your glass again. I wanted to.
Here you go.
There you go. So that's a 16-ounce glass.
Yeah, and it's not bad. Like I said, Mark, I don't even like celery, and this stuff is good.
Wow, interesting. And you could add that to like a breakfast smoothie if you wanted to.
You could add, anything you want to it. It's really great for adrenal patients, like I mentioned, because, when you increase cortisol, you're dumping potassium, and then your health goes down from there.
In that 16-ounce glass, is that a full, I don't even know what a stock of, not a stock, but a bulb of celery?
Yeah, it's quite a bit. And, you can get celery in different ways. And one of the most common ways is you're going to see just the stalks. But what we really look for is when they don't trim the celery and you have this big head of leaves on it.
I love the leaves.
Yeah, and I think we're starting to see it more and more now. But at some of these stores, we get it, and it's like, oh my goodness, this is wonderful because now I have even more to juice. And it's slightly different properties in the leaves. And so if you can get more leaves, the better off you're going to be.
You know what I do? I put the celery leaves and celery itself in tuna fish or chicken salad. And I love the leaves. I also add celery seeds, which is another question. I'm eating some coleslaw that I bought at a new restaurant. And it's really quite good. They have two styles, a Memphis style, which is a little sweeter, and then they have a New Orleans style. My point is that both have celery seed. And when I make my own coleslaw with barbecue, I always add celery seed to it. Are celery seeds good?
Yeah, I imagine they are. I haven't done a lot of homework on celery seeds, but I imagine the properties are very similar. But as far as adding celery to food, like you mentioned to tuna fish or this or that, I'm not going to do it. I just don't like it.
Wow.
So, but I guess you almost have to make your choices. And for me, it's a glass of celery juice or even other vegetable juices. It's fantastic. We juice all the time. But celery juice is just now the craze. And like I said, if you're eating good and clean, and a lot of veggies, you're probably not going to see the benefit that most people would if their diet is not necessarily clean or having a problem. And you can even lose weight, right? Because you're getting the nutrient, but you're not necessarily the huge amount of calories that most of these foods are. And people are skipping meals to consume celery juice. And, there's certain reasons to do it and certain reasons not to. But people are losing weight too.
Wow. Dropping weight with celery juice. Dr. Celaya, any last minute thoughts on celery juice?
No, I think it's great. Just make sure it's organic so you don't concentrate the toxins. Take it slow. You don't have to consume 16 ounces at once, because if you have a laxative type of property, one consuming celery juice, you're going to be in the bathroom pretty quick.
Gotcha. It activates you.
It does. Well, at least it does for me. Take it easy. Get your trace minerals, get all your vitamins, get all the wonderful benefits in there. By the way, there's a lot more benefits. We're just not going through them all at this point, but it's great. But I suggest doing a lot of juicing with other veggies as well, and you can add them to this.
Got it. Like tomato juice, you make your own, not a canned version.
Well, I don't know so much about tomato juice, and we can talk about that one at another time.
Okay. That's a fruit, actually, not a...
Yeah, there's so many people that have problems with tomato because it's a nightshade and autoimmunity, and we'll have to talk all about that at some point. But a lot of the greens are really fantastic for you.
Gotcha. Well, we appreciate your time today here on Late Night Health. I thank you very much for doing these programs for us. Dr. Greg Celaya has been our guest. You can find out more about Dr. Celaya at drcelaya.com, drcelaya.com. Look around. There's lots of great information, and you can also sign up for a free 15-minute consultation with Dr. Celaya. That's terrific. A free 15-minute one-on-one personal consultation, no matter where you are in the world. Okay? You can also tune in to more Late Night Health at latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com. For Dr. Celaya, I'm Mark Allen. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.